Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's back in the house. And we got a busy show. I don't know if y'all realize this, man. Grizzlies kicking things off, starting their season tonight. New York Knickerbockers, Grizzlies, 6:30 tip. Booyah to ya, Jim.
What are Knickerbocker pants, right? They're like old pants from the 1950s or 1920s, 1950s. My parents will get mad. I said that. They're like pants from the 1920s.
I think so, actually. Now that you asked me and put me on the spot, I really don't know.
They're like the high pants, right? Or maybe there's people from New York. I don't know, but nonetheless, we don't wear them anymore. Knickerbockers aren't there anymore, and tonight the Grizzlies are going to make the Knickerbockers wish they didn't exist anymore. How about that, John?
Let's see. It says something that means Knicks work. Nope. This is not helping out because the only thing that's popping up is a bunch of Knicks players. So, I don't know. But nonetheless, it is. Oh, hold on. Turn on your mic.
Oh, was I not talking into
the mic? No.
There?
Yeah,
I was just yelling.
I just realized I could hear you,
but
it wasn't coming through my headphones.
A Knickerbocker is a New Yorker. That's what a New Yorker is, a Knickerbocker. And they're also a form of men's, boys, baggy, kneed breeches.
Britches.
Oh, that's another old school word.
Old school words coming out. By the way, we had some great baseball yesterday, especially because I hit both of them. If you listened to me yesterday, what did I tell you?
That the Yankees was fixed, right?
No.
The fix was in, John. The fix was in. I'm telling you right now, fix was in.
The weather, was it the weather?
Well, John, they played we have to be quiet so that the feds don't hear, because the fix was in. I'm telling you, they played an MLS playoff game at Citi Field the same night that they canceled the Yankee game. And Citi Field's like a stone's throw away, John.
It is a stone's throw away.
So it's okay to play soccer but not baseball? Is that what I'm hearing?
Hey, we wanted Nestor to pitch.
We did.
And New York was doing anything ready, and their bullpen was rested, and they took care of business as New York won. But now the New York Yankees have, I think, a daunting task.
The Astros are going to beat the out of them.
5 games. Does New York get more than one game?
It's clean sweep. How about that?
Oh, I don't know if it's a clean sweep.
I don't know, John.
I could see this thing over in 5. I don't think there's any way it gets past 6.
Nestor gets a home win, and that's it.
And that might be it, because Garrett Cole is giving up home runs like it's going out of style. I don't know if you saw this, though. The Astros are a minus 190 currently. You might want to put it in. Jameson Taillon's going to take the bump for New York. But Justin Verlander, who did not pitch well in his first postseason game this year, well, he is going to be on the bump. And again, Justin Verlander is going to win the Cy Young, or Yordan Alvarez, best left-handed hitter in baseball. Kyle Tucker, just an efficient player. Alex Bregman, a professional hitter. I love this Astros team. I think that they're going to win it all, except for I do have to give you got to put some respect on that name, and I'm talking about the Phillies. Like, do me a favor, put a little respect on the Phillies game. You know the Phillies this year,
they're going to win the World Series.
They're 3-0 in games where, guess what? They open up a series postseason on the road.
John, they're going to win the World Series.
The Phillies have opened each of their 3 series with postseason road wins. That's amazing.
And then Kyle Schwarber not only hits a shot that I'm pretty sure that ball's still going. I don't think it's landed yet.
Dude, 488. Did you see Bryce Harper's look like on his face? He was so shocked. He was like,
why do you think? I was more shocked, John, that Kyle Schwarber hit a single last night. I think that's the first single he's hit all year. Your thoughts?
I do believe that
he hasn't admitted.
He does have a little bit of an issue with, squaring it up. But when he squares it up, man, that thing got out of there with the quickness.
I hate the Phillies, man. They're going to win the World Series. I'm going to be sad. It's just a shame. I hate that team.
Zach Wheeler, by the way.
The only good thing he's awesome. The only good thing about the Phillies, John, is that they're doing all of this after firing Joe Girardi. That brings me so much joy. And also, Joe Girardi is now an analyst on Fox.
Yes.
So, after every Phillies win, they go ask, Joe, why are the Phillies doing so well? And he has to say, well, it's because they fired me, Donna, or whatever the woman's name is.
They definitely need to be saying that. By the way, Blake Snell's going to be taking the bump today for the Padres. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. You already know, like I said yesterday, Phillies. What a game against the Padres. There was a little action there in the ninth, but they shut it down, got the strikeout. Phillies got a big 2-0 win. So we got playoff baseball.
Which are you more excited about, John? I've been this is just privately I've been saying this. Haven't said it on the radio yet. I'm going to say it right now. I've been calling, partially because of my hatred for the Phillies, I've been calling the Phillies-Padres series, John, a yawn fest. So which championship
is it a yawn
series?
fest because you like Juan Soto?
Oh, how about that? It's close to Juan and Jan are close.
Yeah.
Which series are you more excited about between the Yankees, Astros, and Phillies and Padres? Or are you just happy to watch baseball?
I'm happy to watch baseball, but one, I'm excited to watch this Phillies San Diego Padres series because I don't know if you know this. I have all of a sudden decided that I'm a huge Phillies fan.
Oh, John, why would you do that to me? I thought we were pals.
We were.
And now
you
now
can't
cheering for the
stand
Phillies.
them. Look,
they're going to win the World Series.
They
You might
got
as
the
well make
best
money on it.
mascot. I love the Philly Fanatic. They boo Santa Claus. Cheesesteaks are dope. They got Bryce Harper, who's a 2-time MVP. Hits the hell out of the baseball.
And he bunts, surprisingly.
And he also, like I said, Bryce Harper has 2 MVPs. They're playing the Braves. By the way, Braves, did you know that the Braves had the lowest sacrifice bunts this year, and it's the lowest in the history of baseball? They had 4 sacrifice bunts in the entire season.
Got to get Ozzie healthy.
Goodness gracious. Sometimes you just got to move a dead gum runner.
No, that's not how Magic.
Or how about you? How about you have Dansby Swanson when he came up every single time with runners on the pond, and guess what? Struck out, struck out, struck out, struck out, popped out, struck out, struck out. Dansby.
You've turned on Dansby, John.
Yeah, I have.
You turned on him.
I guarantee you, Dansby will not be getting a big contract extension from Alex Anthopoulos.
You might be right, unless he has a big contract year.
They ain't going to pay him. He's wanting big money, and he had a career year. I'll give him that. But look at what he's realistically done since he's come back. Now, he made a great catch in the postseason, but we are paying people to hit the baseball.
That's right.
NBA also started yesterday. Lakers still suck.
I heard you say, well, I kind of like the Lakers this year, John.
You kind of like the Lakers. Even LeBron James at the end of that game, do you know what he said?
What did he say?
I don't know if you know, but we really can't shoot. Did you not hear him talk about that?
They didn't shoot well last night. Anthony Davis also did not have a good
percentage. Hey, but
Anthony
Davis, how about you get a rebound?
Yeah, well, he
how about you do me a favor and quit standing by the 3-point line?
Well, LeBron and Russ did make up for his rebounding.
And by the way, Russ had one of his best games, scored 19 points.
He did. They kept matching him up with Steph and Jordan Poole, and I don't think
it's a pool party, man.
But both those guys resemble subway turnstiles on defense.
That is a good point.
So I actually kind of like the Lakers. I like how they're skewing younger.
I like the Lakers because they lost to the Warriors when they put their championship ring on. You like the Lakers because
they're skewing younger a little bit.
What do you like? Become a LeBron James fan?
Well, I do like LeBron, but it's not really even about LeBron.
What do you mean you like LeBron?
I don't know. I don't
like
LeBron. I think he's. I
think he's the most annoying player that's ever played professional sports in the history of the world. I can't stand him. I'd like to just punch him in the face, but he's way too big.
But I compartment, and you got an injured hand.
I know that hurt. That hurt. I think it really did.
I compartmentalize the other stuff from just appreciating his basketball acumen, but it's not even really about LeBron. LeBron and Anthony Davis, coupled with. I think they're skewing younger. I think that's good because I think a lot of these young players play hard, and that might be one of the issues they had last year. They had a lot of older guys, and they're not necessarily like playing hard every night. And young guys play hard because they have no choice, right? They're earning their contract every single night. And so I kind of like the Lakers team. I think they might be a play-in team. I don't know. I swear.
A play-in team.
Well, because there's a big difference, John, in being a play-in team and also being the Warriors. You have
Anthony Davis. You have LeBron James.
Yeah.
You quote have Russell Westbrook. For some reason, you bring in Pat Bev. Like, come on, this team is.
Well, you get Lonnie Walker, who's skewing younger. Austin Reeves, I think, is a really good player. Kendrick Nunn, I think, is a good player. Juan Toscano Anderson,
what did
got
Austin
from the
Reeves
Warriors
do last night? Even
he got an and one.
He did get an and one. Okay,
and he played pretty good defense. And then they got this kid Matt Ryan that played for the Celtics last year. Not the quarterback, different guy, not the quarterback.
By the way, Scottie Pippen Jr. was on the court.
He's on the team too. I like him.
Do you think him and Marcus Jordan are friends because he's sleeping with Larsa Pippen?
Well, they're not on the same team because Marcus Jordan is not in the NBA.
No, he's not in the NBA.
So he doesn't have to deal with them very much.
I'm just saying, come on. You know he talks to his mother still. Do you still talk to your mother? Of course you do.
Every day.
How would you feel if your mother and me were dating? Wouldn't that upset you?
Not if you. Well, yes, because she's married to my dad.
That's what I'm saying. Like basically, Scottie Pippen is.
The conversation took a turn.
Well, what I'm just saying is, you wouldn't probably feel comfortable if your mother started dating somebody closer to your age. Actually,
enough.
I'm not that close to your age.
No.
All right, started dating Zach. Y'all are about the same age. You'd be upset, right?
Yeah, that might upset me a little bit.
You actually would be proud if it was me, though. But hey, Bill,
I
love
so
Bill,
proud.
so I would never do
Never
anything
do
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
NBA action last night again. I can't believe it. Lakers are still not any good. Golden State Warriors. By the way, Steph Curry, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn for a while.
He could not. The Warriors looked. The Warriors looked obviously pretty good, though.
The Warriors looked so average, but they still slapped the Lakers.
You know who I thought actually somehow got better from how good a season they had last year was Andrew Wiggins. He was hitting shots all over the place. He hitting like tough shots off one dribble. I love Andrew Wiggins. He's only getting better.
He got a little extension, but like in his
that bag.
Yeah, like that. Well, for an NBA player, it's not a huge bag. Now, $52 million, is that what it was? $52 million extension.
I'll look it up.
That's kind of not very much in NBA money. At least, I don't think that, in NBA money. Now, Celtics and 76ers last night, what happened to Embiid?
Well, that's a whole nother issue. First of all, what happened to the Sixers? Excuse me, they're not the Sixers anymore, John. You didn't hear about the name change? They're calling themselves a different name now. They're the Philadelphia Rockets. And so now all they do is they give the ball to James Harden and let him dribble 100 times a game. You have Tyrese Maxey.
I don't know if you know this. He had 35 points. He was 5 for 9.
John, it's a huge problem. They can't do that. They just can't. It totally neutralizes Tyrese Maxey. And that's honestly the problem with James Harden and why he is not conducive to winning basketball, because it's just not the way you win. And they talk about talking to Doc Rivers, and he goes, yeah, we're all in on winning the finals, and we think playing this way is going to win us the finals. And you just see Tyrese Maxey sitting over there in the corner. He only comes in and plays the 1 with the 2s. It's just James Harden dribbling the ball the whole time. A lot of times he's dribbling it to the point where by the time that Embiid gets down the court, he can't even get on the block. Joel Embiid, John, could score every possession, especially against like Al Horford or Noah Vonleh, who was guarding him last night. The fact that we're not giving this guy the ball on the block, or at least the elbow, the pinch post, every possession is a travesty to basketball. It's an abomination to the sport, and I, for one, am so tired of James Harden and what's his name? Who's the GM? Daryl Morey?
Daryl Morey.
Can't stand that
That's why
guy.
You're calling them the Rockets.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Rockets. Look, they got P.J. Tucker now. I like P.J. Tucker. You got James Harden. You got Montrezl Harrell, Daniel House. They're literally the Philadelphia Rockets. I hate this guy. I think he's ruining the franchise, literally taking the best years, the prime of Joel Embiid's career away from him. And I think Daryl Morey should be fired, and maybe we should burn him at the stake. Your thoughts, John?
That sounds like that's a little bit extreme.
Overreaction.
But hey, if he's a witch,
burn him.
You kind of have to.
He might be a witch.
And he could be. But I was disappointed in Joel Embiid taking 6 3-pointers.
Yeah, no, he took too much.
Like, he's taking, don't settle out there.
He didn't do that last year. He fixed that problem so much last year, John. Like, that was the biggest thing I thought he improved on, is he finally said, you know what, I can score whenever I want if I just sit down by the goal. Like, who can guard him, John? There's like maybe 2 guys in the league that can guard him, and he still could get 25, 30 points in those games. Mm-hmm. I think it's just so sad the way they're... And like I said, Tyrese Maxey is way too good to just yield to James Harden. I'm sorry. James Harden's got to figure out how to play without the ball, because there can't be a guy on the floor that the only way he's productive is by dribbling the basketball for 20 seconds of a possession. That's just not conducive to good
Especially
winning
when there's
basketball.
only 24-second shot
clock.
clock.
Exactly, John. You nailed it. I forgot to get my bell out. Ding. Great point right there.
You know that we have Wednesday football, too, by the way. App State, who, of course, beat Texas A&M.
They did, and North Carolina. No, they lost North Carolina.
They by 1 point.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a great game. Well, they are playing Georgia State tonight. App State's minus 9.5. So we got NBA basketball, we got college football, we got playoff baseball, and, of course, on Thursday night, we have a little bit of we have such an ugly football game on Thursday night on Prime that I'm looking at the college games tomorrow. Virginia and Georgia Tech, hugely not a fan of either program, but I believe it's going to be a better football game than what we're going to get tomorrow in the NFL.
John, one day I'm going to get you to see the light.
Dude, the Saints and the Cardinals, I don't care to watch.
How much fun the Thursday night football games are, and how much more fun they are when they're bad. I'll tell you what, when the games are bad.
So you enjoyed that Monday Night Football with Russell
loved it.
And horrible play from Justin.
Loved it. Was begging for a tie. I loved it. John, it's great football. I don't necessarily love it on Monday nights. I love it on Thursday nights. I mean, John, remember when the Titans were bad and the Jags were awful, and like once a year we'd get a color rush Titans-Jags game on on Thursday night. I mean, that's what I grew up watching on Thursday Night Football, John. And so I think that the worse it is, sometimes the better it is. And one day I'm going to get you to see the light on
I know that you're a huge Titans fan.
But even if it wasn't the Titans. I think
you're going to be proud of me because I talked about the $2.2 billion that they're going to get to build their new stadium.
Great-looking stadium.
It's going to be great looking. It's going to be beautiful.
Maybe a Super Bowl.
And I don't know if you realize, coming off a bye, they're playing a very important game this week at home. Still in Nissan Stadium. Haven't built the new stadium yet. It's going to take a little bit of time.
And the Colts might be getting hot.
Matt Ryan, I guess if he throws 57 times in a football game and gives them a chance.
Well, they have to against the Titans because I think the strength of the Titans is their front four and their front seven as a whole. Hard for Jonathan Taylor to get going, maybe. Maybe they won't run the ball as much, but he's so good. I mean, Titans off a bye, too. It's a big week. You're right, big divisional game, and I kind of trust Mike Vrabel here. I think the Titans could get this one done.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's NFL time,
It
John.
is NFL time. We're talking NFL today with Russell Cope. And we had to, by the way, Cope had to do a little coaches stuff today, so he's going to join us at 12:30 today. 12:30 today. We're going to talk with Cope. We're going to do Hardwood at noon because, it just feels so good. And we have the Star, Dustin Starr, who's going to be down at FedEx Forum tonight for a little tip-off as the Grizzlies host the New York Knickerbockers.
And I've got a little surprise for you during the leadoff today.
Uh-oh. I'm kind of excited. But you know what? First, I'm excited about helping people out. I just like to help people. I don't know if you know, I'm like a philanthropist. Did you know that? I feel like
I've always called you that.
Yeah, I'm just this guy out here doing things for the people. And right now, if you need to sell your home, 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom. I literally just sold your house, guaranteed to close in 5 days. It's any house. It's any area. It's as is. It's simple as that. North Mississippi, North Memphis, downtown, West Memphis, Midtown, East Memphis, Collierville, Germantown. If you can hear my voice, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Jay, I'm in the box.
Whoa, John, this music's a little different, isn't it? This isn't the usual box music, is it? You know that can only mean one thing.
Game show?
Oh, it's a game show. It's the game show that's sweeping the nation, John. They played it on TNT last night before the game with Charles Barkley. It's Where Does He Play Now? NBA edition. You know, John, it's a new season. There's a lot of changes in the offseason, and they're playing this game last night on TNT where they're asking Chuck where these guys play. And to be honest, John, I didn't know where any of them played. I had no idea. They're all over the place. Everyone's in a new spot. And I think it's our job to educate the public with the NBA starting tonight. Where are these guys playing? So I'm going to ask you a name, John, and I want you to tell me where he's playing. And like I said, most of these had no idea before I wrote them down. So no shame in not knowing. Our listeners probably don't know either. So we got to educate people. First one, John. First one. This is a good one. JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee. Oh, my gosh. Atlanta.
He is a Maverick.
Dang.
He's in Detroit. In Dallas, not in Detroit. That's not where they play anymore. All right, this next one, John's a good one. This guy, JaVale McGee was a Rocket last year, I believe, too. No, he was a Laker last year, wasn't he? He was a Laker last year. It's hard to keep track of any of these guys. Next one, John. Okay, this is a good one. Malik Monk. Last year was a Laker. Malik Monk. He's on a team that a lot of people are excited about this year. They're purple.
Malik Monk. Oh, the Kings.
The Kings! Yeah, Malik Monk
Kings.
is a King.
I almost went, when you said purple, I almost immediately said Timberwolves. And I'm like, no.
Vikings.
Or the Vikings. Yeah, I could have said Vikings.
The Vikes. Okay, this is a good one, John. This is a team that a lot of people are
Malik Monk, by the way, out of Kentucky.
Atkinson's a good player. John, this is a good one, John. Former Tiger, Will Barton.
He better be in Denver.
He's not. He's trading new team. That's what I'm saying. It's a new team. Will Barton's on it. That's why we're playing the game,
I'm not a
John.
Nugget fan anymore.
And me. Who cares about the Nuggets anymore?
I love going to Colorado to get Nuggets, but I'm not going to root for them anymore.
You know who you're going to root for now?
Who?
The Wizards. Will Barton's a Wizard. How about that? Washington.
I think I'd be scared if I played for a team called the Wizards.
Oh, because they have we could burn them at the stake like Daryl Morey because they're witches.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here, John. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. Former Grizzly. No, let's do this one. Former Laker again. Talen Horton Tucker. THT. He was traded in the Pat Beverly deal.
Hold on. The Jazz.
At Jazz. He's a Utah Jazz. He nailed it. How about that? John, you're already doing better than I did right there. You nailed it. How about this one? Former Cavalier Lauri Markkanen.
Oh,
he was traded with Colin Sexton. So if you know where Colin Sexton plays,
I can't even remember.
That's a hint, too.
Pacers?
No. Well, I'll give you one more guess here. He was traded for Donovan Mitchell.
Utah.
The Jazz! 2 for 2 on the Jazz! How about that?
Man.
Last but certainly not least, John, then we got to get out of here so we can get our good guest Dustin Starr and talk Grizzlies on. Last but not least, John, Robin Lopez.
Brooks' brother.
Brooks' brother.
He is playing for, oh my gosh, I feel like I should know this one big time.
I didn't know it until I looked it up, to be honest. I just learned it today.
All right, what side of the country?
It's in the Eastern Conference. It's, I'll say, kind of north of Tennessee. Tennessee's a long state, though. Probably northeast of where we are here. I forget my geography. In the Eastern Conference, though.
North of us?
Yeah, north-ish, northeast.
Is Charlotte north of us?
No, that's straight east, kind of.
That's straight east, yeah. Detroit?
No, one more.
Chicago.
Close! Oh, you were so close. It's Cleveland. He's a Cleveland Cavalier. Oh, man, when you said C, I thought for sure you had it, John. Oh, so
man.
close. So that was, I got plenty more names here, John, if you get the itch to learn more guys later. But that is Where Does He Play Now, NBA edition. So now we got our listeners a little more aware to start the NBA season.
Man, make sure you're very aware as well as we got baseball going on today, 3:35 on Fox, the Phillies and the Padres, Nola, Snell, and then at 6:37 on TBS, Yankees and the Astros. Feel like the Astros are a lock. Don't know what I feel about the Phillies and the Padres. We'll discuss that more. But coming up next is Dustin Starr on a hump day, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You already know that 117 Prime is Memphis's premier downtown dining destination, and you probably know that Prime prides itself on its wine selection. Well, now you can add award-winning wine selection. 117 Prime was recently given the Award of Excellence from Wine Spectator magazine, the most respected publication in the business. The Wine Spectator Restaurant Award celebrates the world's best restaurants for wine. So now, not only can you say that your dinner at 117 Prime was world-class, you can back it up with the Wine Spectator's opinion.
Swerving, speeding, and reckless driving can leave you in your own dust. Drag racing has its consequences. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. So slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
Get what you want and pay over time when you use your Lowe's Advantage Card. Now through October 26, 2022. Ask for 0% APR with 36 fixed monthly payments on a product installation or appliance purchase of $1,000 or more. Shop for the appliances you want in-store or online. Or go to the store nearest you for installation. Now at Lowe's. Offer subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store Lowes.com for details. U.S. only.
You need concrete coatings, materials, and supplies in Memphis fast, and you get this answer? Oh yeah, we got that stuff, I think, but it's in Wisconsin, so you're going to have to wait a few days for delivery. Why wait? Get your concrete coating and supplies now at TSS Supply. Everything that you need for coating concrete at TSS Supply, 5665 East Rains Road. And you're not dealing with just any supply store. TSS Supply specializes only in concrete coatings, materials, and supplies, all in one place. Most products are delivered same day or within 24 hours. Looking for a particular item, you need large quantities, or just have general questions? Call them at 901-729-0565, 729-0565, or you can email your question to Brad at tsssupply.com. All month in October, TSS Supply is celebrating its grand opening with 10% off your first order. TSS Supply, 5665 East Rains Road.
Let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house hanging out, man. We've got a busy show because we're going to talk with Dustin Starr. Speaking of busy, I don't know if there's a person in the city of Memphis who does more than Dustin Starr. He's, of course, over Championship Wrestling. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com, CW30 Wrestling on the Twitter. Follow him at Dustin Starr. Plus, he's with the Memphis Grizzlies, the Redbirds. He's all over the place, and he joins us now. What's up, Dustin?
Man, I haven't slept in a couple of days because I've been waiting for tonight. Johnny Radio, are you ready?
I am ready, and you know what?
I said, are you ready?
I'm ready. And you won't believe this, okay? You're going to be so proud of me. I don't have to use a media credential tonight. I had a friend of mine send me 2 tickets to their suite in 212 and a nice little parking pass.
That's sweet.
So I'm going to be living pretty large tonight. I'm very excited. First game of the season. I just get to go as a crazy lunatic fan. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Are you it's the very first game of the year playing the New York Knickerbockers.
Yes.
Is this place going to be absolutely bumping? Is Memphis going to sell this bad boy out? First game of the year. You got playoff baseball. I don't know if you know this, but there's actually even a college football game on. How bumping's the Forum going to be tonight?
It is going to be packed to the rafters. Man, even the preseason this year, you had so many celebrities, whether it's like musicians or actors or whatever, that are around courtside. And then, of course, in the playoffs last year, I mean, you had everybody from Derek Jeter to Cat Williams to Peyton Manning, and I know that I'm missing out on a couple.
How short is Cat Williams?
He was actually sitting in the second row with a ball cap on and had it pulled down, and I looked over and I saw him, and he was in town for, I think he was doing comedy that weekend or something, but we made eye contact, and I looked at him, and I told him I wouldn't tell anybody, so I just said hello to him, but you never know who you're going to see, and I definitely expect it to be packed tonight. I don't have the inside scoop on what's going to go on. I usually find out when I get there. So today, when I arrive early, I cannot wait to see not only the game on the court, but on the games off the court. With myself, BLJ, and Sydney, we kind of got a new trios team there for the MCs, and they always introduce some new games and fun stuff. So I do know that tonight, everybody that comes out to FedEx Forum gets a free Big Memphis T-shirt. I do know that.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Big Memphis
That's
with the Grizzlies on it. Yeah, I like that. I got one of those yesterday that came up here. Check those out. Yeah, make sure you get down there, get there early, and get ready to party because 6:30 start tonight. I'm pretty excited. And you said I heard about
early
your
start.
new team, by the way. So you've expanded on your team. What about Super Grizz?
Oh, of course, Super Grizz will be there. There's no telling. He might even power bomb or pile drive somebody tonight. I don't know. I'm sure that's on the agenda at some point during the season. But the Grizzlies are always, I get asked this all the time, they're always recruiting new talented people and groups and stuff like that. So during the off season, they did some auditions and tryouts and all that kind of stuff. And I think several people are new, and probably within the team, several got other positions. So big shout out to Sydney. She is one of the new MCs for the Memphis Grizzlies with us. Her and BLJ and myself will be doing the games during timeout and the countdown to the game. So you'll see some new entertainment people out there this year.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. I am extremely fired up, but I also know that everybody and their grandmother knows that you are the king of wrestling in Memphis. Championship Wrestling is going out big time. Every day we're getting a day closer to Halloween. The Halloween Spooktacular. Tell the people what you're doing, when's it happen, and how to get your tickets.
It's Halloween fun, man. We're doing it twice, actually. We have our big TV taping on Sunday where we're doing Halloween costume contest. We've got Gangrel, who's an old Memphis classic character that went on to the WWE, and he's a WWE legend now. So we're going to have a vampire versus a werewolf, or should I say a warwolf on Sunday.
Ooh.
Plus Cruel's going to be there. So it'll be a lot of fun. You can actually save $5 off each ticket if you use the code word SPOOKY at checkout. That's championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. And then on one day before Halloween, on the 30th, we're going to be out at Dave & Buster's. It's an early 2 p.m. bell time, but it's absolutely free. We'll have free Memphis Wrestling tickets, free game cards, and also some prizes for our costume contest. So just trying to do some fun stuff and incorporating, wrestling and entertainment with Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, man.
Yeah, your favorite color is orange. I don't know if people realize that, but that is it is your real deal Holyfield favorite color. I can't wait to see. Do you and Maria know what y'all are going to dress up at yet?
Well, I think this weekend will be the first time that Reese the Beast makes his television debut. So I think we've got like a Disney-themed type of costume that we'll be able to put on television. Now, the Halloween Spooktacular this year, it's filmed on Sunday, the 23rd, and then it turns right around and airs on the 29th. So there's only a couple of days that you have to wait in order to watch it on television.
Sweet.
But yeah, I think it's a Disney theme. But whatever it is, it's going to make Reese look the cutest and probably me not look the cutest. So it's all about Maria and Reese.
Yeah, that's a good husband right there. That's the way you take care of your business.
Whatever they want, I'm good.
Oh, my gosh. All right, now I need a couple predictions. And this is, again, some different things right now. Grizzlies finished second last year in the West. A lot of people are talking about how the West is great. I'm sorry, I don't think the Lakers are going to be any good. I ain't worried about them.
I don't either for some reason.
I just don't.
I just think there's too much drama.
And there's just so many questions about, like, what's Minnesota going to be like? What's Utah going to be like now that they don't have Spider-Man or Rudy Gobert? The Pelicans do scare me a little bit with the fact that, Brandon Ingram is turning into a superstar. I bet the Lakers wish they still had him. JV's down there. But if Zion comes back and CJ keeps stroking, that New Orleans Pelican team does strike fear. And then the Clippers are healthy right now. They are. So I feel like the West is just absolutely loaded. Are the Grizzlies going to be a top 4 team in the West this season?
I think so. Now, I don't usually talk the X's and O's and all that kind of stuff. I do the other stuff on that. But the expectations are so high, and I think it's a positive thing, but then also it could work against you too. Especially with Jaren not being back just yet. But I just know that Memphis wants it so bad. And we have a star player, the caliber that I don't think we've ever seen before.
No, I agree with that. We've never had a Ja, and Ja also looks like he wants it bad too.
It looks like it, man. And I'm not one to jump on the expectation bandwagon and just like think we're going all the way and all that kind of stuff. I might be thinking it, but I don't want to say it out loud to jinx it. But I think it's going to be one heck of an exciting year. For sure.
Ooh, I can't wait. I am a little bit fired up now. You also do, by the way, everybody knows you do the Redbirds as well. We have playoff baseball. I've never asked you this. Who's your favorite baseball team?
It's the Redbirds. I follow more Redbirds than I follow anything else, and by just automatically, I'm a Cardinals fan. But growing up, I like the Braves. I like David Justice and Fred McGriff, all those guys.
Crime Dog.
The Fire Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they called him the Fire Dog because he caught his debut with the Braves. The building got caught on fire.
That's right.
But David Justice, it always reminded me of like a pro wrestler's name. He would hit the home runs and stuff. But
Didn't he
now
date
it's
Halle
definitely
Berry?
the Cardinals. I think he was married to her.
Or
Yeah.
he married Halle Berry. See, I think that's what derailed his career.
Probably. Actually, now that you mentioned that, that's the last I really heard of him is when they were splitting up. But that's me as a child growing up, being a fan of the Braves and David Justice. They were just so popular. But then, of course, growing up in Memphis with the Chicks and Redbirds, and you got the Cards. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Still, because of my childhood, my favorite night is not just because it's $2 beer and $1 dog night, but I love it when they wear the old school Chicks uniform. It takes me back to being a kid. Grizzlies uniforms, have you got to check them out this year? I heard there's going to be a few little different tweaks.
Yes, I've seen the ones that have been put out in the public, and I really try to stay out of the. I don't ever want to know something that I'm not allowed to say because I don't want to get in trouble for saying it. But all the gear that I've seen, it looks really, really good. And I can't wait to get to the team store tonight because now, tonight all the new stuff is out there. So I get to pick out my outfits for the year and the best. Hopefully they got some of those 3-6 Mafia deals up there at the Grizz Den.
Oh, that would be too
those
cool.
Were sweet.
That would
man.
be so cool. I'm sure they're smart enough to know that's a big seller. So
it'll
I
sell
hope
fast.
It'll come out. It'll be sold so fast. But a big game tonight. Everybody's going to be rolling in. Tip is at 6:30. Dustin's going to be down there again. A bunch of new entertainment going on. The games are always entertaining, but if you haven't been to a professional basketball game,
man,
it's not just what happens on the court.
Look, even if you don't like basketball, which could be crazy in Memphis, even if you don't like basketball, and I say the same about Memphis wrestling, like it is so fun being there and watching and at FedEx Forum, 18,000 strong, everything from the music to the spots that you see us on the entertainment team do. I mean, the whole thing is just an experience in itself. And even if you don't like basketball, there is always something for you there, whether it's music, people watching, or what have you. So definitely if somebody says, like they did Johnny Radio, hey, I got a couple tickets, you definitely want to take them up on that and be in the house at least once. It's so much fun. And
again, bring your children. Because it will blow their mind. Like if you go to Tiger games are fun. I love the band. Don't get me wrong. I love Tiger basketball. Memphis loves Tiger basketball, supports Tiger basketball.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But Memphis is at a different level. The Grizzlies, what they do, it is just out of control. And if you just see the kids' faces and the way that everybody gets out there, that's the key.
People show up to see. I got to see LeBron live. Like I had to see Kobe live. So when I was working when I got the chance to see Kobe live. So there are certain players that you want to see live, or you want your kids to see live because you remember growing up. Like, hey, I remember one time I did not go to WWE Raw at FedEx Forum, and I missed John Cena and Hulk Hogan in the same ring at the same time, and I was like, I'm a terrible dad for not taking my son to see that. Oh my goodness, Ja Morant is one of those players. Oh. You want to see him at least once. He is so spectacular, and I think he's going to be very, very special as the years go on.
Dude, I want to see one of those 360 dunks on somebody's face.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, my gosh. Preseason, he made it look so effortless. Like he barely even jumped when he did that at the preseason game a couple of games ago. Just a casual 360 dunk.
Man, you're so right. It was just he makes playing basketball look so easy, which makes it so much fun. But a big game tonight, New York Grizzlies, 6:30. Tell everybody where they can find you, how they can get wrestling tickets, Grizzlies tickets, what's going on. Just drop the last plug and have a blessed day, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Wrestling tickets are easy. ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Tonight. You say 6:30, man. I'm so glad it's an early tip. That means I get to the building early. We have the countdown to the game. So when you arrive and you're grabbing your food and all that stuff, you'll see myself, BLJ, and Sydney kind of telling you what to expect tonight. So get there early, check out the countdown to the game, and then buckle up because FedEx Forum is going to be rocking, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will talk to you soon, and I will see you tonight, Dustin. Be blessed out there, my brother, and let's get a Grizz dub.
Yes, sir.
That is Dustin Starr. My goodness. You know what, though? I want to make sure that everybody knows if you go down to a Grizzlies game, don't go down there in basically a New York Rangers shirt like Jay's wearing today.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I would go down to the stadium.
I'm just saying, I want you to look good. So if you want to look good, you can go because it's open from 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday. Not sure if you know this, but it's Wednesday, so they're open from 9 to 7. They're open right now. They're open until 7 o'clock. You need to get there. The game's at 6:30. If I were you, take your lunch break, head to 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch, and get all the, jeans. It's cold outside. You're going to need your jeans. They got Ariat all the way to Wrangler. They have Miss Me. They have Girly Girl. They have a ladies' boutique for your lady that you're bringing down there, or maybe your little girl or your kids. They have a kids' boutique. They have everything you need. Plus, they have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. That's Frontier Western Store, 5080 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Or you can shop 24/7, 365 at FrontierWesternStore.com. Don't you dare touch the dial. We got to talk a little baseball. We got to gamble today. Then at noon, we got Hardwood. And at 12:30, Russell Copeland. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Here's another remarkable success story from QC Kinetics. This one from Chad, who hurt his knee at the gym one day, and it just kept on hurting. for months.
From my high school football and wrestling days, I already had a little bit of damage in there, but this just sent it over the edge.
Chad tried traditional treatments with no improvement when he turned to the non-surgical regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics.
It was really fascinating how they did their work, and the science behind it was very intriguing, and it works. Extracting the cure out of my own body blew my mind. It's like I'm brand new again. It was fantastic.
That's because the QC Kinetics natural biologic treatments use your body's own healing power to restore damaged tissue in your hips, shoulders, back, and knees, providing long-lasting relief.
Now I'm back at the gym. I'm 100%, feeling great.
If you're tired of suffering with pain from arthritis or injury, call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
Hey, Mid-South, I've got Jeff Allen on the phone at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. Hey, Jeff, what's shaking?
We are making our customers happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah. How about this? 2023 Kia Sorento LX all-wheel drive for just $257 per month. 36-month lease, $29.99 due at signing. And I've got a 2023 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive, $287 per month. 36-month lease, $34.99 due at signing.
Well, I'm feeling happy, Jeff.
And if you don't see what you want, no problem. I'll order exactly what you want, and you won't pay over MSRP at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Plus, every Gossett Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com. Seltos P738-6423, MSRP 25325, K5 950-6883, MSRP 26860, PF 695. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/2022 with approved credit. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Choate's is offering some amazing specials for this month only. If you're considering upgrading your furnace before the cold weather comes, Choate's is offering $1,000 off a new Carrier furnace. If you don't need a new furnace, Choate's is now offering its early bird $60 furnace tune-up. This 22-point tune-up includes a free carbon monoxide test and heat exchanger inspection. And Choate's is your indoor air quality expert. For the best quality air for you and your family, it's recommended to have your air ducts cleaned every 8 years. This month only, Choate's will install a free UV light system when you get your air ducts cleaned, a $500 value. Call us at 347-8086 to take advantage of these amazing deals. So, turn to the experts with Choate's, and remember, let our family serve your family.
I'm with John Burgos from the world-famous Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948.
Brett, I want to talk about our seasoning and sauce today. Our sauce is a great blend of sweet, mustard, and vinegar. It's good on so many items other than barbecue. It's good on pizza. People use it in lieu of ketchup. But our seasoning is the original dry rub, created by my father using a mixture of Greek and Cajun spices. People think our sauce and seasoning are good just during the grilling season. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's good year-round. Our seasoning is good on fish, chicken, deviled eggs, corn on the cob, French fries. People even put a dash in a Bloody Mary. To get a complete list of all of our recipes using our products, go to hogsfly.com, click recipes, and you'll see 50 wonderful items and dishes. And Brett, our sauce and seasoning is available at most grocery stores, and if they don't have it, please remind your grocer to stock it. And our slaw is also available at most Kroger stores.
Thank you, John. The Rendezvous, Mr. Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948 and celebrating its 75th year.
You can't always see bad weather coming, so it's essential that you're able to see through it when you drive. Michelin wiper blades with advanced technology hug your windshield like a Michelin tire hugs the road, channeling away water, snow, and ice so you can see clearly, drive confidently, and breathe easy. Michelin wiper performance, clearer than ever. Upgrade to Michelin premium wipers today at Walmart, Amazon, and other fine retailers.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. I miss that man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed him. I missed him a lot. But I don't think he missed me because why don't you tell the people what you were doing?
I went to go see 2 nights in a row. I went to go see Craig Ferguson, who used to host the Late Late Show on CBS after David Letterman for so many years. I saw him. He did 2 nights in Nashville, and he's very off the cuff, so it was 2 very different shows. I was on cloud 9 afterwards, man. It was awesome. It was so funny. I laughed my you-know-what off. It was a great time. I did miss you, John, but I literally had a great time. It was awesome.
Thank you for missing me, man. I appreciate it. Now, I did want to ask you something because you are a NFL lunatic.
I love the National Football League, man.
There's few things that you like more than a little bit of football. And you played basketball in college. You coached basketball.
That's right. I love basketball.
You're a huge basketball fan. But NBA's on, the NFL's on. I have a feeling you're watching the NFL.
On Thursday night, yeah, I'm watching the NFL. Most of my basketball, John, you've mentioned this before too. Most of my basketball watching actually gets done in the morning.
It does. You watch all your show. Yeah, you. He has a very special thing where you get to see all the games, kind of with the quickness, with
clipped
that
up, and I
all
can just
clipped
roll
up,
through
and he
it.
rolls through it.
Yeah, exactly. So I watch more basketball in the morning.
That's putting a little people behind the scenes about how he knows so much about sports because we just literally can't watch every single second of every game all the time.
It's impossible. It's impossible. So I watch as much as I can, but no, I got to watch the National Football League on Thursday night. Even tomorrow night, John, like we said, might be a stinker, but a great stinker. Saints at Cardinals. And I tell you what, John, I have taken the Cardinals off of my bet list. I'm never betting them for the rest of the year.
All right, here's my question. I asked this is a very serious question. 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. I think Robbie Anderson has the worst hair in the National Football League.
Bob Anderson. He also changed the way he spells his name, Robbie. He used to spell it like my friend Robbie. Now he spells it I-E.
Yeah.
Pick a name,
Pick a name, guy. The problem is, though, does it not look like he has it looks like gigantic
caterpillars.
I was going to say it looks like a big, giant bunch of poop on top of his head.
It could be poop. I did not think it looked like poop. I see what you're saying now. I thought it just looked like giant caterpillars. Big dreads.
Big
He
dreads.
got big old dreads.
But they're not like, I like dreads. His are just like, he's got one coming out of the side, one's coming out of the top, one's coming out. It looks like a unicorn that had 3 horns, and 2 of them are like flappy and lay down, and one just picks up on his head.
I guess maybe twist. No, they're dreads. They're so thick, though, that they don't, like, lay down. They just stick out wherever they started from.
And the point is I had a great question yesterday, 901-360-8255. I want our listeners, because you're in here, I said, who has better hair, Robbie Anderson or Jay Morgan?
No, well, it has to be Bob Anderson.
I disagree. You have enough.
I've got enough?
You have enough. In fact, I'm telling you, I know your hair is growing back.
I don't think that's true, John, but I appreciate you saying that.
It's looking good, buddy.
I appreciate that.
So, but most people came in, you know what they said? Yesterday, you'd be so proud. 80% of the people said you had better hair than Robbie Anderson.
How about thank you?
So
thank you, everybody.
I just thought that would make you feel good.
It does.
And again, I'm glad you're back now.
Nice guys out there.
We do also. I wanted to bring you up. We've got some NFL wars going on. Have you been paying any attention to Dan Snyder?
Oh, I've seen that. And Jim Irsay.
Jones. Jim Irsay's now getting into it. Jerry Jones doesn't want to extend Roger Goodell's contract. Irsay's going off on him. They start calling each other F words.
I thought it was interesting seeing Jim Irsay come out. Because if you have the
past, he was probably higher than you know.
Yeah, exactly. If you have the past that Jim Irsay has, it seems interesting.
Didn't he get busted with like 2,000 like Lortabs or Percocets or something
while driving, John?
Yes,
it was a DWI.
Yeah, so he's drunk, eating pills. By the way, how do you get that many pills? Oh, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Probably just bought the whole pharmaceutical company.
I was about to say, from the pharmaceutical, that's reckless speculation.
It is reckless speculation.
You got them all from the pharmaceutical company directly. I agree. When you're that rich, that's your drug dealer, is whoever makes it.
I'm just going to buy Purdue or Pharma or whatever whoever makes them.
Pfizer.
No, Pfizer makes Viagra, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know who makes the other drugs. I'm not a billionaire, so I don't have that intel.
Well, I wanted to bring something up with you because I thought it was a little fascinating.
Okay.
Did you notice that the New York Giants are now 5-1?
5-1 football. That was one of John. We're going to talk to Russell Copeland later. I'm interested to see what he says. This team is electric, man.
Electric? I wouldn't call them electric. They've been trailing every single game that they've won in the fourth quarter. Yet they've come back and won all of those. Lamar Jackson, though, the guy who bet on himself.
Well, he can't get stopped.
5 fumbles in the fourth quarter this season.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault.
Dude,
that one
blown,
pick he threw was
three
bad.
games where they had a double-digit lead.
He's blown them. That defense is awful.
That defense, but he's Lamar bleeping
No, you're
Jackson.
right. But he has been. He's MVP quality. Like, he's probably in the top 3
week
in the
one.
MVP.
No, he's not.
He's
Week one, he was good. Right now, he hadn't even thrown for 1,300 yards. He doesn't even have. He has, I think, 6 touchdown passes on the season with 3 interceptions.
Well, back to the Giants. That's fair enough. I think their defense is bad too, which makes it tough for him as well. But also,
I think what I'm saying is how bad does it hurt Lamar Jackson that Danny Dimes outplayed him?
Oh, well, Danny Dimes, John, you know how electric Danny Dimes is playing football, man. It's Danny Wheels is what we call him too. I mean, he's got the legs to go with it, Sean. Listen to the next 6 games for the Giants. They play the Jags this week. They play the Seahawks, the Texans, the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Commanders. I mean, the Giants.
The Giants are going to be in the playoffs. The Giants are going to be in the playoffs. And if this happens, I think the best coach this year is still Nick Sirianni and what he's done with the Eagles. Yes, they have a better roster, but I think Brian Daboll would actually win Coach of the Year.
That's maybe the best division in football.
Best job so far is definitely him. But Nick Sirianni's team, which is 6-0, is out of control good. I'm extremely impressed with them. The way they attacked Micah Parsons, I thought that was a genius game plan. My question is, how far can this team go? How far can the Eagles go this season? 6-0, 7-0, 8-0? Have you thought about it? You know they don't play this week, right?
They're on a bye.
They got a bye. So they go into a bye 6-0 feeling really dead gum good. When they come back out and play, though, have you looked at their schedule?
They got the Steelers coming up.
Which, I mean, the Steelers and...
So you might be back, though, John. They got the Steelers, Texans, they have the Commies, the Colts, the Packers, the Titans, and then they play the Giants after that.
Well, I'm saying the other thing is I'm saying the Eagles' schedule is soft as baby poop.
It really is. I think all the teams in that division pretty soft schedule, to be honest.
17-0? We calling the Eagles
17-0? The next Miami Dolphins.
No, the next the New England Patriots. But they're actually going to get it done. But right now,
Superb Owl.
You think Mercury Morris is freaking out?
Oh yeah.
You know, because he's waiting for his champagne for a team to lose.
They all ready to pop. Do you think they cheer against undefeated teams?
Absolutely.
That was 87 Dolphins, right?
Yes, it was. Man, I'm proud of you. Were you ever live in 87?
I was not, but I know the 87 Dolphins.
Man, look at you, man. You're a bad mamma jamma. You know who you're almost as bad as?
Who?
Brian Elder. Do you know that BrianElderRoofing.com, you can head over there and you can check out everything? He's your #1 Memphis roofing repair professional. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if it's commercial, residential. You call him at 901-867-0303. Let him come love on your roof. If he says that you have a claim, go ahead and book it, Dano. You have a claim. When you need work done to your roof, there's only one man to call, and that is Brian Elder, 901-867-0303. It's time to go to Hardwood on the other side, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
How do you grow your business without spending more on credit card fees? Call Blake Jones, your local Mid-South Advanced Merchant Services representative. He works with your business to help it grow instantly. Small business owners already have enough cost. Let Blake Jones help you lower your credit card processing cost risk-free. Absolutely no cost to you, the small business owner. Call 662-416-5262. That's 662-416-5262. Call Blake Jones today and start saving money tomorrow.
It's time to get to Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike for some falling prices. Book your next adventure with 27 combined MPG in our 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $359 a month or $26,095. Get off-road, snow, ice, or everyday driving in 2023 Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $399 a month or $28,880. Or get 7 seating capacity in 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett at $419 a month or $31,095. And always get peace of mind with our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months, 500 military rebate. Sport NUO 19221, MSRP 26845. Eclipse PC 005115, MSRP 29380. Outlander NZO 86720, MSRP 31595. PF 695. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/22. Dealer stock only.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boost on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with the promo code HAPPY so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code HAPPY. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Like, I don't know. Can you just pick something and order? Yeah, but anyway, where are you at? You don't look...
It only takes 2 seconds of distracted driving to become a statistic. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. Slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
Collierville Auto Center is all about trucks and Jeeps, and the inventory is all stocked up. Been looking for that special ride? You're covered from the basics on up. Want to sell your truck or Jeep? Then bring it in and get a fair deal. The technicians at Collierville Auto Center know just about all there is to know when it comes to trucks and Jeeps. So don't be afraid to ask questions. They've probably heard them all. Every truck on the lot has been fully serviced from top to bottom and bumper to bumper, and there are warranties available. Collierville Auto Center, 651 West Poplar in Collierville, and online at colliervilleautocenter.com.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. It's a beautiful hump day. Grizzlies start their season tonight, 6:30 as they play the Knicks. We got playoff baseball, 3:30 first pitch. Yep, I'm pretty fired up about baseball if you can't tell because, well, only 4 teams left.
Final 4.
Phillies, Padres. Game number 2. Padres could not get a run off Zach Wheeler yesterday or that bullpen. Now they face Aaron Nola. I know that you're not a big Nola guy, but are you a believer in Blake Snell? Do you think the Padres bounce back and tie this series up at 1 game apiece?
Yeah, maybe get one at home, John. I'm afraid the Phillies are going to win the World Series. It's like my biggest fear, maybe more than spiders right now in the world. I think that's my biggest fear is the Phillies winning the World Series. So they might not win tonight, but they're going to win the series.
You're scared of spiders?
No, I was just picking. Well, maybe. I don't like any kind of bugs, like even ladybugs. Like bugs, stay away from me. Stay
Only
outside,
one bug that
please.
really freaks me out.
Cicada.
No, a roach.
Oh, I hate roaches.
They freak me out.
Not a fan.
I'm scared to death. Like I'll cry like a little girl.
You know, lobsters are the roaches of the sea. Do you ever eat lobster?
I do like me some lobster.
You know how they sometimes have poop? You see the poop and they're like, oh, the poop tastes good inside. You eat lobster poop.
No, really?
Yeah, I swear. And because lobsters eat their own poop. They poop inside their bodies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a real thing. If you eat lobster, I'm telling you, lobsters, roaches of the sea. Maybe time to go vegan, John.
No, I'm good. I'm really good on that. I don't know if you know.
I don't really have those dietary restrictions. Like milk and cheese don't really bother my stomach the way that they do with some people.
No, I don't think most things don't bother my stomach. It's probably because
stomach of steel.
It's probably because I go to Hemp 2.0.
That's probably it.
Health, wellness, lifestyle. It always makes me feel better. If I have issues with my stomach, I'll eat a little gummy. If maybe I'm kind of sad, you know what I'll do? I'll smoke my vape cart. If I just want to get high, I'll get some of that frost over there, that THC. Man, grab a moon rock or a hash ball, throw it up in your pipe, bing, bang, boom. Your life is good. You should find out what hemp can do for you and your lifestyle. If you're having trouble sleeping, if you just have issues with anxiety, if you just don't feel good. Did you know that they're great for periods? I don't have a period, okay, Jay?
No, you don't. Neither do I.
But my girlfriend Chas has a period. When she starts to get in those little moods, you know what I do? I gummy her up, brother. I gummy her up, and you know what? She's all of a sudden, she's like, I don't have cramps. I don't even feel bad. And then all of a sudden, she's like, hey, man, I got a heavy flow. And you got me through it, John. And you know why? Because she goes to 3670 South Houston Levy Road in Collierville, just like I do. You need to find out what hemp can do for you. They have seltzers. Tomorrow is Thirsty Thursday. Try those Delta 8 seltzers. They're out of control. I'm just saying, it's like a candy store for adults. I always say that my good friend Raheel, who opened up Hemp 2.0, has the best, he has the best products out there and the nicest store, perfectly priced, a knowledgeable staff. But I believe that he was Willy Wonka. And he decided instead of like making chocolate for kids that is unhealthy, he's going to make ganja gummies for adults. So he's the Willy Wonka. Go to shophemp20.com, check out his products, and then just head on out there and make sure you bring home a whole lot of goodies. I don't know if you know this. I usually start my day off with 2 D8s and a cup of coffee. Well, I've now also got on Delta 9 and this THCO, the V and the P and the HHC. So I'm kind of mixing it up. Head on out there, find out what hemp can do for you. Let's go to Hardwood. Caught you off guard, didn't I? It looks like the computer's not loving you today.
God, I need to turn my mic on to talk. Too.
Yeah, you've been doing a good job. I can tell you've been out of town.
That's not the noise for Hardwood, number one. Number two, John, let's try it again.
Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
I nailed it.
You did.
Right on time.
You nailed it.
Didn't wait a second.
Very impressed with your hard work. Now,
John, I've got a story. You sound like you got a story. I can let you go
first.
Ahead.
No. Hey,
okay.
I missed you. I want to hear what you've learned.
I got John. You're gonna love this story. There's a new movie out, John, called Terror. You know how October comes around and they make all these horror movies?
Actually,
a horror movie guy?
Okay, I'm
Halloween,
proud of myself.
Love the Halloween movie.
All right, so I ate some gummies the other day from Hemp 2.0, and I just went home, and there's like some channel like IFC or something.
Yeah, Independent Film Channel.
And guess what it was showing?
What?
Beetlejuice.
Great movie.
Watch Beetlejuice. Then it showed the Ghostbusters afterwards.
2 good Halloween movies.
And then I watched that Junt too.
Heck yeah.
Man, movies aren't made as well today.
They're not.
Like, I don't care about no Marvel characters or some stupid idiot with a hammer or flying around.
John, there's no ending to movies today. They just make one after another of these Marvel movies. There's no ending. Those 2 movies, excellent Halloween movies.
Oh, and also I did love Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers.
Love Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Excellent movies right
Only
there.
time I can ever say I peed the bed was after I watched Freddy Krueger the first time. I was so scared.
Terrifying.
I couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom.
They still make Michael Myers movies with Jamie Lee Curtis in them. They
made
another one
this is the
year.
final one.
Yeah, that's what they
This
said.
is the
It's
final
the last one.
By the way, Jamie Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
Do you remember when she was actually cute when she was in the movie with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, Trading Places?
Oh yeah, great movie, Trading Places.
Great place, great movie. She played a hooker in that.
Yes,
you know,
she a prostitute.
Yeah, prostitute, hooker, whatever, same thing. Right.
Hidden hooker.
Well, I mean, actually, a prostitute takes money. A hooker's just a hooker. How's that work?
I think it's the same. They're synonymous.
But do they both take money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh really?
You gotta pay. You gotta pay your hookers.
Okay. Yeah.
And your prostitutes.
By the way, great segue. Don't hit women, people.
That's right. Don't that guy from Tennessee game.
Dude, what is he doing?
Crazy.
Did you see this video?
I didn't get to say my story. No, go ahead. Go
ahead.
Oh
yeah, I'm so sorry I interrupted your story. We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it.
It's about a Halloween story.
It's about a Halloween movie.
Well, this is a nightmare
because this guy punched a woman.
For Alabama. I don't know if you know this. I am so I'm not anti-fighting. Like, say something, man. I'm slapping you back.
Don't hit
But you know what?
Women.
You're going to have to be a woman. I mean, you're going to have to be a man. Like, I'm sorry, that came out
wrong.
Let's
rewind.
Let's rewind.
Back, yeah.
What I'm saying is you never put your hands on a woman.
No.
Ever.
This woman was just running down the field and he clocked her.
They're celebrating and my man, look, you know what? He was looking for bad intentions. Why didn't he punch a Tennessee dude? Like, there was enough frat boys on the field that he could have at least hit a man. It wasn't like she looked like Pat either. Like, you could tell she was a woman.
Great Pat reference. People don't reference Pat anymore.
Well,
I wonder how many listeners know who Pat is.
Pat's the one on Saturday Night Live that nobody could figure out if she was a man or a woman.
Right. Well, not she.
Well,
if they were a man or a woman.
If it was, basically, is that where Cousin It came from?
That's right.
So good.
I love Pat.
But yeah, man, that dude for Alabama lighting that girl up. His career is over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's...
Well, I don't know.
I don't know how you come back from this. I don't know if you know. If I'm an NFL team, I'm not hiring some dude that hit a woman.
There's a bunch of people on Twitter.
Tyreek Hill, okay, he beat up his baby mama, and he got in a lot of trouble, had to change schools, but he's the cheetah.
What did Jeffrey Simmons do?
He was defending his sister.
That's right.
So it's not as bad, but yeah, he did his sister was in a fight with another female, and then he went over there and he rectified that, John, if you know what I'm saying.
He did rectify it.
Don't mess with Jeffrey Simmons' sister.
Do not mess with the family defends family in the Simmons family.
Yeah, they do.
Not like Jesus.
Oh, yes, you had a story about a Halloween movie?
Yeah, so there's all these movies coming out. There's this new movie out called Terrifier 2. I actually went to go see a movie the other night. It was Friday night, and a bunch of kids that were not old enough to get into the theater asked me to buy them tickets for this movie. So I felt cool, John. They all trusted me. I didn't do it, though, just to make sure everybody knows I'm a good person. I didn't do that for them. But the reason why I'm bringing up this movie, John, it's called Terrifier 2. People are saying it's making viewers vomit.
That is not something good that you want.
It is inducing projectile vomiting in theaters across America.
Okay, and they've changed the theaters now. Like, you got these really nice seats and stuff. I went to my first movie in like 15 years to see the Top Gun movie.
Great movie.
It was actually pretty good, I have to say. I didn't want to go. I did go. But the only thing is, like I said, I hate the movie theater, one, because you can only buy one drink at a time.
You can.
A 3-hour movie, I'm going to drink like 6 drinks, but I can't get up. And then the other thing is, when you have to go pee, you just miss part of the movie.
You can't pause it.
Like,
no pausing.
They
should give you bags that connect to your seats that you pee like a catheter and you pee into it and it goes into the bag. Your thoughts,
I just don't know about that. How about we have an intermission?
Yeah. Oh, like in a play.
Like if you go to the Orpheum and stuff and you go watch Phantom of the Opera or whatever, they have an intermission. They let you go get cocktails, use the restroom, mingle and talk, and then you come back.
I think it's a good plan, John. Life of Brian with Monty Python. Life of Brian has an intermission, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it does. Some Monty Python movie has an intermission. Last but not least, John, on this story, do you want to know what movie I saw when I found out about what Terrifier 2 was? I saw Bros, John. It's a movie about homosexuals. Right on brand for me, right?
Yeah, that's great. Is that the one that the guy, though, who complained and said that nobody's going to it because he's a homosexual?
Yeah.
Dude, tell him to shut up.
No, but it was.
I love the Birdcage.
I know, but the bird. It's very different
because he's no Robin Williams. That's why.
Especially after seeing it, the Birdcage
is hilarious.
It's hilarious. One of the best movies I've ever seen. I love the Birdcage. This is like being gay is not part of the movie. It's just like a romantic comedy, and they're gay. There was some parts that made me a little bit uncomfortable. There's like an orgy scene with a bunch of men having sex. That was a little much for me.
That is, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that might be a lot of the reasons.
Turned me on a little
bit. But dude, let me just tell you something. I'm not showing up to that movie.
But the reason why
that's when I'm taking my intermission.
But that would be a good time. The reason why I saw it though, John, is because they just don't make comedies anymore. This is one of 2 comedies that I've seen come out this year.
Clerks 3.
First one was Clerks 3, which is the 3rd iteration of an old movie, and then this one. So I went to go see it.
Snoochie Boochie.
Great movie, man.
Man, that movie's so good.
Jay and Silent Bob are in
I love
too.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Me too. Oh, such a good one.
Is your favorite 1, 2, or 3?
I think I like the original.
The original is the best.
It's the best one. They're playing hockey on the roof of this one too, but they open up playing hockey on the roof. That sounded like a great life. I mean, I don't want to live in New Jersey necessarily, but I would love to play hockey on the roof, John. We should start a roof hockey league.
Dude, in New Jersey, they just hang outside, smoke weed, and do bad raps. If you're Jay and Silent Bob.
In Clerks 3, though, because weed is legal everywhere now, Jay and Silent Bob are selling weed outside of their weed shop, and they're selling it like it's illegal. Great scene in the movie. Good stuff right there. I love Jay and Silent Bob. I can talk about them all day.
Well, there's a little bit of a scuttlebutt. Have you ever heard of the World Beer Mile Competition?
No, tell me about it.
Well, it's been rocked to its core.
What is the word? Oh, you run a mile drinking beer?
Yes.
You have to finish 1 beer in a mile.
No, you don't finish just 1 beer. You're supposed to have to drink 1 beer every single quarter mile. So you.
4 beers in a mile.
Yes. Well, now they've made a new rule, and this is making everybody freaked out. Now they're saying that you can only drink 1 12-ounce beer, and they say that the minimum though alcohol beverage content has to be at least 5%. So now we're drinking bougie beers that are stronger,
IPAs
but they're better. And I don't know if you know this.
Wait, what do you mean better? Like
Well, they're
there's better
stronger.
beers?
It's almost like a port wine. You
I
know,
see.
it's like 12% alcohol.
How much does a Miller Lite have? Like 4%?
Probably 4.5 or something.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Miller Lite while you're doing your run? Michelob, the commercials, John.
I don't think
Michelobs are basically
if you're
good
gonna
for
do
you.
this, you should. If you're going to be in a beer mile competition, I think you need to be drinking a full flavored beer with a lot more alcohol in it. I'm also for, if you have to, 4 light beers, but you have to drink 1 at each quarter mile. Do you know what the world record is?
I'm going to say 10 minutes and 15 seconds.
4 minutes and 28
4 minutes
seconds.
drinking beer?
And running.
And they're all puking.
No, they
afterwards.
didn't.
They
this
have
guy,
to.
dude, this guy's from Belgium. He doesn't play no games.
They're made, the
They're
Belgians
just
are
made.
made different.
They're just made different.
John, I have another story for you.
Is it about O.J. Simpson?
It's about mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. You know, I don't know if you know this. Me and mosquitoes aren't really cool.
I don't like mosquitoes, John. Have you ever heard people say mosquitoes are like attracted to me, like mosquitoes come after me more than other people?
Actually, yes, I do know mosquitoes attack certain people more than
Do you
others.
feel you're one of these people?
Actually, no. For some reason, they don't like me.
Well, it turns
I don't
out-
think mosquitoes like the amount of Tito's in my blood.
Well, yeah, John, that could be the case because it turns out, according to something published, a new paper published in the scientific journal Cell, mosquitoes are attracted to some people more than others, and you're stuck that way. Apparently, your natural body odor is either more or less attractive to mosquitoes. So if you're sitting outside with people, mosquitoes will literally go after one person,
One
more
person
than
over the
others.
other.
How about that?
Man, it makes me feel good because they eat up Chas.
And
and
so
they
you
don't,
gotta,
and they don't eat me up.
so you got to find somebody that mosquitoes are more attracted to than you, and spend a lot
That's
of time
how
with
I
that
pick
person
out my
outside.
life partner.
That's right.
That's how I
a
pick
good-
out my life talker.
Good way to do it.
O.J. Simpson, do you ever think he'll get married again?
Well, remember he had those 2 young ladies he was seeing. That one
Hey,
time.
let me tell you something. I don't think that was not for long term. And by the way, there was 2 of them because it was the buddy system. You know what I mean?
Because there was 2 of them.
You know,
It didn't help. It didn't help.
Well,
Nicole Brown and whatever the guy's name is.
It did not. But again, today women are tougher than they were in the past. Have you watched Amanda Nunes or what's that other lady?
Nunez. Rosemary Nunes.
What about the Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey, she lost though. She quit.
lost.
She's not as good as Rose or Amanda Nunes.
Well, also the reason I bring up OJ. So OJ's. Do you know what his new Twitter rant right now is?
No one will date me.
He's
Hello,
telling.
Twitter.
Listen, hold on. O.J. Simpson, of all people, has gone on his Twitter and come out with a boatload of drama, and he basically is telling everybody to stay out of Tom Brady's marital troubles, that it's none of their business. Certain things should be private. He said this morning, I've heard a little too much about Tom Brady and his wife. You leave him alone. He's not retired from football. Watch him play football. I don't know if you know this. He says everybody has marital issues.
First of all, him. I love O.J. Simpson giving his thoughts on things as though he's
Especially
not
marriage.
as though he's not O.J. Simpson. You know what I mean? Like, he just says things and with no concept of who he is or what the perception of who he is. Because he didn't do it, John. I don't know if you know that. He didn't do it.
I think my favorite tweet, though, after O.J. Simpson said, please leave Tom Brady and stay out of his marriage issues, is this one Twitter by Shannon. It says, I'll tell you one thing, people better listen to you or heads are going to roll.
Wow. No pun intended.
No, I think the pun is intended,
they're gonna cut
actually.
I thought he was going to cut their heads off.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, but if you're Tom Brady, do you like his tweet? Do you DM him and say thanks for sticking up for me?
I think you do. You say thank you. You know what? Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that you're out here supporting me, and
but please don't anymore.
Yeah.
No, I think Tom is very appreciative of it. Wouldn't you be, John? I mean, O.J. Simpson's a powerful voice, John. We just talked about it. Everybody hears what O.J. Simpson says on Twitter. How many followers does O.J. have on Twitter now?
I know I follow him. It's almost. I think he's got a few million. I think it's at least 1 million.
886.9 thousand. He's not verified on Twitter.
Well, I mean,
How is he not verified on Twitter? He's
okay. I think there's a rule.
You can't be a murderer.
That you can't. I don't think. I mean, if Dahmer was still alive, do you think he'd be allowed to have a Twitter
I think
account?
there would be a lot of Dahmer pretenders out there, and you'd want to know who is the real Dahmer and who's the fake Dahmer. That's the whole point of verification, right?
That is the whole point of verification.
Thank you, John.
Now, speaking of being verified, Roger Goodell was trying to get an extension. The owners voted 31-1 to proceed with extending Goodell's contract, basically as the NFL commissioner and chief media and PR pinata for a bunch of billionaires. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he makes a lot of money, but could you imagine having to deal with all those billionaires? I mean, it's just got to be horrible. Your
nightmare.
Irsay's trashed on painkillers. Robert Kraft is like at Jupiter, Florida, getting happy endings.
He just got married.
And he just got married.
To
but
a 40-year-old.
All of a sudden, do you think he's going to stop going to the Orchid Day Spa?
Would you get married if you were 80-year-old Robert Kraft? I just relax, man.
You know what? I
Chill
think
out.
he just wanted to have a celebration. I mean, think about it. You had Tom Brady, Meek Mill there, Elton
right.
John's
Elton
playing.
John was
and
playing.
Sheehan. What's that dude? Sheehan?
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran, that's it. What does he sing? Do you know that he looks like a young kid that needs a brush his hair?
Yeah, he's British. You know. That's
Oh,
how
he's
they look.
British?
That's how they look.
He
They're
has
all-
more teeth than most Brits.
That's right. He brushes his teeth a lot more, but he doesn't comb his hair. So, I mean, it's personal hygiene. You know the Brits. The Europeans have no personal hygiene.
Yeah, those
I don't know if I
Euros.
would have gotten married either if I was him, John.
Did you know Alex Rodriguez has a new girl?
A-Rod. Who is it?
She's just a lady.
She's
like,
just a
instead
lady.
of being a famous... Like, this is the thing that I always support. I think rich people... Like, the fact that Tom Brady married Giselle, a supermodel, how disrespectful is that? She's already rich. How come the rich people can't go marry some average Joe like me?
Yeah, share the wealth. The 1%, rich get richer.
Come on, man.
That's
Quit doing
basic
that.
economics.
And if you want... Hey, Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian... The whole Kardashian clan.
Kourtney Kardashian.
Have you ever thought about this? Maybe stop sleeping with ball players and you might not get cheated on. I don't know if you know this, but Instagram models are sliding up into ball players' DMs all the deadgum time.
I wonder why.
I mean, I have some people sliding up in my DMs, and I ain't a ball player. I couldn't imagine.
But why do ball players get DMs? Why?
Well, they know how much they make.
Oh, wow. So they're after the money.
And they're big human beings,
Well,
you know.
John, you know, Kourtney Kardashian.
Physically fit.
That's right. You know, Kourtney Kardashian is married to Travis Barker, and you know who Travis Barker is.
Cheating on everybody?
No,
No, that's who's the one that's cheating on everybody?
Tristan Thompson.
No, that's Tristan, of course. I'm talking about the one.
Scott Disick.
Adam Levine.
Oh, that was crazy.
Dude, his supermodel hot wife is super, super hot.
I know. He's crazy.
But he had 6 Instagram models all on like the whole month while she was pregnant.
Messages are so funny.
They
They're
are
the
funny.
funniest Messages I've ever seen.
By the
But
way-
John, you know who Travis Barker is though.
Actually, I mean, I know he's on a show called like Lip Sync or something.
Is he?
I don't
didn't
know.
that. Yo,
No,
you
The
would-
Voice.
No, that's Adam Levine. Or he used to be. Travis
Wait.
Barker, not. Travis Barker, it used to be and still is now because they're going back on tour. The drummer from Blink-182.
Oh, I don't know a single song.
Oh, you're not a Blink-182 guy? Well, then last story for you here, John. This is just a headline. I like giving you one headline to end on, okay? And you're really going to like this one, okay? Naked man wearing a cowboy hat attacks woman with a machete because she didn't have a crack pipe. Back to you, John.
Say that one more time.
Oh, you want me to read a naked man wearing a cowboy hat attacks a woman with a machete because she didn't have a crack pipe. Back to you, John. Each part of that story is crazier than the part before it.
Well, the like one, why are you just wearing a cowboy hat
why are
and you
you
forgot
naked?
your pants?
That's right.
And 2, where'd you get a machete
That's
at?
right.
Like, do you just have machetes hanging out?
That's your weapon
like,
of
are you
choice.
just going through, like, what are you, chopping down some trees?
Like going through the jungle wielding machetes.
And if you're wielding machete, I don't know if I would want to be naked, because what if you, like, swing a little off, and next thing you know, you're John Bobbitt?
But then it all comes together in that he wanted a crack pipe.
Oh.
Crack is whack.
And by the way, did you know you can just go up to your local gas station anywhere in Memphis and say you want to roast him?
That's right.
Did you know that?
You've told me that on the radio multiple
Yes,
times.
it's an actual crack pipe, but the way they get away to selling it, they put like this stupid little rose in it, and then you take it out, and the people put char in it. I know this because I watch Vice.
That's right.
And always remember one thing, kids.
Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. You know what's not whack? Tito's Handmade Vodka. Because when life hands me lemons, all I do is make a lemon drop. I can tell you right now. And I think that's why mosquitoes don't eat on my blood, because I know at 1:30 when I get off work, it's kind of a ritual. Tito's and water helps your nerves, helps me get through the day. You know, I get up early in the morning, Jay, right?
You're an early riser.
I'm an early riser, man. So I always think to myself, T-minus 1 hour from right now, and it's going to be Tito's time. If you're ready for Tito's time, just go to your local watering hole. I guarantee you they have Tito's handmade vodka. Or go to the liquor store and get a big old fat bottle for $32.99. That's a half a gallon for a top 10 vodka. You can't find it better. You can't beat the price. And its unique flavor is because Tito Beverage has used 100% corn, making it naturally gluten-free. And instead of distilling the vodka, he stills it in classic copper pots, slightly sweet, black pepper note, balancing everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. On the other side, you know what we're doing? Well, it's not Tito's time yet, but it is time to talk National Football League with our friend Russell Copeland on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM. and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer and all-time leading rusher with exciting news.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, Emmitt Smith wants to introduce you to QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in biologic treatment for pain. I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself. No medications, no surgeries, no downtime.
If you have pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders, don't assume the old treatments are the only treatments. Learn more about how you can get lasting relief with biologic treatments that can repair and restore damaged tissue.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain. Play golf without pain, walk upstairs without pain, play with your kids and grandkids without pain, get back on your job without pain, live your life pain-free. Call QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Violent crime is a problem that's on everybody's mind. We've even been told to shelter in place like a pandemic. The leadership chosen by the two-party system has not prevented the crime wave. As a matter of fact, it's increased. We keep doing the same things and expect different results. It's time to do something different to clean up crime. I'm George Flynn, independent candidate for Congress in the 9th District. No one has stopped our crime pandemic, and looking around, no one else is coming to help. In Congress, I'll get our tax dollars back to clean up crime, even if it takes an act of Congress. Republicans and Democrats can both vote independent to clean up crime. I'm George Flynn, asking for your vote to clean up crime in Memphis, and I approve this message. Paid for by Flynn for Congress, Lonnie Treadaway, Treasurer. Let's clean up crime. Vote different. Vote independent. Vote Flynn for Congress. Together, we can do this.
So what if summer's coming to a close? It'll be back, and you'll be ready with a new spa. Why's that? Because the world's biggest spa sale is happening right now at Family Leisure. Right now, through October the 2nd, you will get the best ever prices on spas. Family Leisure has a large selection of spas still in stock and ready to ship, and up to 30% off. Yes, 30% off in-stock spas. You want a swim spa? Now's the time to buy with huge discounts just for you. Special financing is available. Plus, you can get free upgrades on select spas. Just ask about it. Family Leisure also has fantastic deals on saunas and massage chairs. So while summer is coming to a close, you should be opening up to a new spa during the world's biggest spa sale happening right now through October the 2nd at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. For example, if you lock a 7% rate today, you'll only pay 6% for a year. That means more road trips, more date nights, more front row seats. Every month for a year, and your rate is secured for 30 years. Now imagine if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase and you get exclusive savings when you refinance at that new lower rate. More home upgrades, more rainy day funds, more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Call 8337-ROCKET today or visit inflationbuster.com to start saving. That's 8337-ROCKET or go to inflationbuster.com.
For fees covered, rate like date requirements and other terms and conditions, visit inflationbuster.com or call 1-8337-ROCKET, equal housing lender license in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan back. It's very nice to have him back because he's a good buddy of mine, and I appreciate it. And he's funny. He went and saw some comedy. Who'd you go see again, Jay?
Craig Ferguson, old host of Late Late Show.
Yeah, dude.
Big fan.
My man's
Scottish.
out there watching some comedy, but you can watch tonight the Grizzlies. They open up the season versus the Knicks. We actually have some college football on the night, Georgia State and App State. NBA's back. We have playoff baseball today at 3:30. You got the Phillies and the Padres. Tonight on TBS, you got the Yankees and the Astros. First game, by the way, is on Fox, the Phillies-Padres game. Right now, if you didn't know, Phillies shut out the Padres. Zach Wheeler was awesome. Bryce Harper hit a home run in that game. Wasn't as far as Kyle Schwarber's, but did you know that's Bryce Harper's third postseason consecutive game with a home run?
He's been playing good baseball, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's kind of good at baseball.
You know who else has 3 home runs in the playoffs? Harrison Bader. Harry Bader.
No, he doesn't.
He has 3 bombs in the playoffs.
He has 3 of them.
How about that?
Dude, I saw the one live when he pulled his hat off. I don't like his new hairdo.
No, I don't like it either.
Like, come on, dude.
Maybe he's born to wear the pinstripes, though, John.
He may have been born to wear those pinstripes. But it is time to talk about the National Football League. It's been an absolute insane season. The only undefeated team in football is those Eagles. The Giants, what are they doing? Is this real? Are the Giants really 5-1? The Jets beat the Packers last week, and Aaron Rodgers, holy cow, Robert Saleh has done it. Do you remember when he got upset after the first game of the year? And he said he's taking notes.
He's got those receipts.
He's got the receipts. That's right. He's got the receipts. And, man, let me tell you something.
He's giving them out every week, John.
He is coming out there, and he is giving them out. It was awesome. Jets dropped the Packers 27-10. But the Colts and Matt Ryan threw the ball 58 times. I keep saying 57. I apologize for that. Threw it 58 times for 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Colts dropped the Jags. They've now improved. The Colts are now 3-2-1. I don't know if you know this, but yes, the Titans themselves, who had a bye week last week, they now have 3 wins. They square off in what is a tough matchup, a tough divisional game, and I'm kind of wondering, to my buddy Copeland, do you think that these teams have turned the corner? Will they continue to play good football, or is this still going to be an ugly season for the AFC South? What's up, Cope?
What's going on, Johnny? I think coming into this season, I thought it would be a 2-horse race between the Colts and the Titans. But just looking at the Colts, first of all, I thought Matt Ryan would have a more smooth transition coming from the Falcons. I thought he was going to be the missing piece, but he started off slowly. I think, him getting acclimated with his offensive line, not having Jonathan Taylor for every game, I think it puts a lot of pressure on him. But just him getting used to his receivers, the body language, being on the same page, has taken a little bit longer than what I anticipated. But I think now he's getting on the same page. And even defensively, having their leader, Darius Leonard, out, I think it has affected that team. But when you look at the Titans, I think I thought it's going to come down to the wire with both of these football teams. And I thought that the Titans would struggle. I don't have a lot of confidence in Tannehill. I thought they would have to win some games ugly with their defense. Losing A.J. Brown, I thought would be huge for them. And both of these teams are pretty much where I thought they would be as far as them competing for the title. I thought the winner of this division probably would be 10-7, maybe 9-8. I think it'll still be like that. I think it'll be up and down throughout the season. I think it'll come down to the last week of the season who wins this division. I picked the Colts, but it's going to be very competitive between these two teams.
One thing that worried me about this Colts team was, do they have an actual number one wide receiver? Is Michael Pittman at a USC second-round pick, is he finally coming into his own and becoming that number one target for, of course, Matt Ryan?
I don't think he's a true number one. Yes, he has the size. He's like Mike Evans. But I think that you need a true number one on the other side. Pretty much like when you look at Devontae Smith at Philadelphia. I think he's a good receiver. But having A.J. Brown come over, look at his numbers now. It's really different because now he can go against that second cornerback. I think he's really good. I think the same thing with Pittman. I think they need one more receiver on the other side, a true number one, and you'll be able to see his numbers. And I think that's something that Matt Ryan is struggling with because, he's had Julio Jones. He's had those number one type of receivers, and I think now he's trying to understand exactly what can his receiving core do, and he's picking it up, but not as fast as I thought it would be, but I don't think he's a true number one.
I'm right there with you, and if you don't know this, Russell Copeland, of course, played wide receiver in the National Football League, with the Buffalo Bills, with the Eagles, with the Packers, and he is one of the best wide receivers to ever play at the University of Memphis. Now, one more question about the AFC South. I'm just kind of curious, when you look at this Jaguars team, they're competitive. They look a lot better under Doug Peterson. They are 2-4 on the season. Can they compete for this division, or is this just a team that right now is a couple years away?
I think it's a couple of years away, maybe a year away. And we talked about it before the season started. Like I said, I picked the Colts. I thought that this Jaguar team would definitely be competitive under Doug Peterson. I think he's the right coach for the job, especially for Trevor Lawrence. But this is still relatively a young football team, and they have to learn how to win. They have to learn how to close out games, and they still need a couple of more pieces defensively. But Doug will change the culture, and he'll change expectations. But he's going to need a couple more pieces. They'll be competitive, but they'll come out short. But this is a Jaguar team, and this division, after this season, it's going to be a very competitive division, and it's going to be really interesting to see in the offseason when you look at free agents, and also you look at the draft that's going to be coming up in the spring. But I like Doug Peterson leading this football team. I like what Trevor Lawrence has been able to do, but they're still young. I think they're a year or maybe 2 years away from competing at the top.
And coaching, by the way, matters so much. You see Urban Meyer out down in Jacksonville. You see how much Jacksonville's improved. Joe Judge is not in New York with the Giants. You see what Brian Daboll has done. One of the most compelling stories, I think, is this New York Giants team. I didn't think they could be 5-1 to start the season, but their next 6 games, they have the Jags, the Seahawks, the Texans, Lions, and the Cowboys. Can the Giants remain atop in the league? Is this a team right now with Brian Daboll, Saquon Barkley running the football, and then playing great complementary defense? Is this a team that has serious playoff aspirations?
I think they have playoff aspirations, and we talked about it before the season start, and I put some asterisks by a couple of teams. The Jets were one, the Detroit Lions were one, the Jaguars were one, and also the Giants. But what Brian Daboll has done, he has changed the culture. I talked about Doug Peterson being able to change it. Daboll has changed the culture, and you look at that 1-2 punch from the Buffalo Bills. You get him, and you also get Joe Sheen. He's the general manager. And they have this football team believing, and Daboll is from New York. He understands the culture. He knows what this city needs. He knows what this city wants. And it has just been infectious of how he's changing. He's calling plays. He's been very aggressive. You look at his demeanor on the sideline. He has brought confidence to this football team, and that's what you need in sports, and especially in the National Football League. Confidence takes you a long way. And you look at Saquon Barkley, he's looking like that player that we thought he could be. He's coming back from that ACL injury 2 years ago. He's changed. I think that is a really tough division. I don't think that they can continue to win. You look at the Eagles, you look at the Cowboys, you look at the Giants. But if they can continue to win, this can be a 3-team that goes into the playoffs. So that means that you look at some other NFC teams who are struggling, such as the Buccaneers. You look at that division is struggling. You look at the Green Bay Packers. They're struggling. The Vikings have that division. You could be looking at other divisions that only take one team. But I love what Dable is doing with the culture and with the players and the confidence that he's brought to the Giants.
And one of the more difficult things, just a little sidebar, I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan, but that Dallas defense has been out of control. Kellen Moore, did a great job with Cooper Rush. They're going to get Dak Prescott back. But if you look at Nick Sirianni and Brian Daboll, listen, Ron Rivera, good guy, very frustrated with his quarterback play. But these two coaches, their teams like them, they back them, they support them. And has coaching always meant that much?
Coaching does mean that much because you have to buy in, and you want your veteran players to buy in. And, teams usually take the identity of their coach, whether it's bad, whether it's good. And you look at what Brian Daboll brought to this team. You look at Josh Allen. The first couple of years, Josh Allen's play was mediocre.
Yep.
He brought some confidence. He found out what Josh Allen could do good. And you look at this football team now, they believe that they can win. They're right in the midst of it. And now you have to look at it at that division. The East is back as of now. It's a long season, but it's been a long time since we have seen three of the teams in the NFC East, be right there at the top and be one of the best teams in the NFC. So what he has been able to do has been tremendous. They love him, and you have to have that at the top. If you don't have confidence in your coach, you see what's going on in Carolina. You fire your coach, Rule. You look at the turmoil that's going on the sideline because it's losing. Also, we'll talk about it probably later on, but you look at other divisions, and a team that comes into mind is the Arizona Cardinals. So it starts at the top.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury's kind of freaking me out. Speaking of the NFC West, I never in a million years thought right now during this part of the season, you got Jimmy G in San Francisco. You got Matt Stafford, who won the Super Bowl last year. Kyler Murray got the big extension. They call him Mighty Mouse. I'm sorry. I think Geno Smith has been absolutely electric all season long. 73% completion percentage, 108 QBR rating, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I never anticipated this. Did you think that they were going to be able to move on from Russell Wilson and actually perform like this? And is right now Geno Smith playing better quarterback than anybody in the NFC West?
Well, I did think the marriage between Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, I thought it had been strained for a few years. So I did see them moving on from Russell, but I thought this franchise would struggle. And I did not see Geno Smith or Drew Lock having a lot of success. And it's just really good to see Geno Smith being able to resurrect his career. He's playing at a very high level. I think he can continue to do that. And here comes the word that I say again, confidence. He's been sitting behind Russell Wilson, and he's learned a lot by sitting. He's been putting his mind into the playbook. He's been putting his work in. He's looking at how Russell Wilson approaches the game, on the field and off the field. He's getting his opportunity. And it just reminds me a lot of Teddy Bridgewater. He had the horrific injury when he was a second-round pick for the Vikings. You kind of wrote him off a little bit. He was a backup for the Saints behind Drew Brees. He learned a lot from Drew Brees. He got his opportunity. I think he won 4 or 5 games when Drew Brees went out. Then he was able to go on and sign a contract with the Panthers. And I see the same thing in Geno. He's ready for this position. And let's be honest. I don't think a lot of people even knew Geno Smith was still in the league.
No,
you really kind of forgot about Geno Smith. You know what I mean? And I saw him, on the side. I knew where he was, but I saw him on the sideline last year. And, and I said, you know what? Geno's probably going to get an opportunity because Russell's probably leaving. He doesn't want to be there anymore. And, I just think it's great for Geno Smith. It's always great for players to be able to bounce back and come back and resurrect their career. And Geno's playing very good right now.
You know, it reminds me of Rich Gannon. It takes me back when Rich Gannon he got his chance with the Raiders, and then all of a sudden you went from a guy who everybody was kind of laughing at to league MVP. You know, taking teams to the Super Bowl with that Raiders team, and playing within himself. And I think that's what a lot of quarterbacks forget. You got to take what the defense gives you. You got to play within yourself. You can't just go out there and use your arm strength and try to force footballs. Because you know what these defensive backs will do? They'll jump in a route and then they'll change you. Now, tomorrow night, this is kind of a sad game. The Saints, they play the Cardinals in Arizona. Cardinals have been extremely disappointing to me, and I got to point the finger at Cliff Kingsbury. I got to point it at Kyler Murray. I don't know what your feelings are on the Cardinals to this point in the season, but what do you expect them moving forward?
You know, Johnny, I didn't expect the Cardinals to have a big year. I picked the Rams and I picked the Niners to come out of the NFC West. But I've never been sold with Cliff Kingsbury as a head coach. Never been sold on him as a leader, as a coach that can finish the season, finish games. You know, I go back to him in college, and I really was surprised that he got the head coach. Now you've given him a contract extension. You've given Kyler Murray a contract extension, which I was kind of surprised that they gave Kyler Murray an extension, not because of his play, but it was a rift between Kyler Murray at the end of the season last year. He was taking the blame for the losses. You know, was it his fault?
Took all of this stuff off social media, you know? Yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
Yes, and then it brews into the season because you give him the big contract, but then you have stipulations in his contract that he has to watch film, and now that gives you a situation where you're looking and say, does he study enough? You know, that was thrown out there. Now they take that off, and then you look at the players, you look at on the field, you know, you lost a lot of players offensively, and Hopkins is suspended. You lose Kirk. You lose Edmonds at the running back position. And then defensively, you lose your leader in Chandler Jones. So I thought this team would struggle. I think last year they didn't finish strong, and pretty much we're looking at it now. It's just going to be interesting to see if Kyler Murray can finish his career there or Cliff Kingsbury. I think one of the two or both will not finish. Yeah.
I think if Kyler Murray got with a Sean McVay or a Nick Sirianni or somebody who's going to put, I mean, what Nick's doing with Jalen Hurts, you have to be able to play to their strengths. And right now, what Cliff's doing just doesn't look like he's playing to Kyler's strengths in any way. So just disappointing. But speaking of quarterbacks, I kind of went off yesterday. I went off because I was just disappointed in watching the way Justin Herbert played, the way Russell Wilson played, Aaron Rodgers played. And I started this year off saying, man, this is the year of the quarterback. When we were young, you know, high school kids are doing the 7-on-7. You look at what they're learning in college football. They're coming in. It seems like they're more prepared. Joe Burrow, national championship, goes to the Super Bowl. A lot of great players. But if you can look at the men under 35 years old, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, they're on a different level. But, I mean, my Zach Wilsons, my Joe Burrows, basically Derek Carr. I look around Trevor Lawrence. I don't believe in these young men anymore like I used to. Why am I just wrong about the fact that I thought that the quarterback play was about to be the best we'd ever seen?
Well, you know, first of all, Johnny, the quarterback position in the National Football League is the toughest position. It's the toughest position to be able to look at coming out of college and for them to transition to the National Football League. But I haven't given up on these young quarterbacks. And, you know, I can start with Justin Herbert. When you look at it, he's still young, but he was injured. You know, he had the rib injury. He was hurt. That takes a lot out. It's no excuses, but it takes a lot out. He's playing injured. You look at Joe Burrow. You know, he had the appendicitis in camp, wasn't able to play in preseason. You know, the preseason games aren't the way they aren't played 5 games anymore. So now you look at the continuity between your offensive line, your quarterback, your wide receivers. You're not being able to get that work in. And I think you see that. You look at Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has been playing tremendous football. Last week, he struggled. Josh Allen is playing at an MVP level. Yes. Patrick Mahomes is playing at an MVP level. Yes. Now, to lose confidence in these players? Absolutely not, because I think these are perennial Pro Bowl players, first-team Pro Bowl players, and I think they'll get it together. But you look at Cincinnati, it's not just about Joe Burrow. We talk about Kyler Murray. You have to believe in your coach. You have to believe in the system, but you've got to have players. And Joe Burrow doesn't have an offensive line. You thought that offensive line was fixed when you got a couple of pieces in the offseason. He's still getting sacked a lot. So that makes a big difference. But I still like these young quarterbacks. I still think they'll have tremendous careers.
Cope, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a very blessed day. Good luck with everything down in Tulane as the Tigers got a big one. They need a dub, but I got to give you also props. I don't think I've seen a Bills team this good since you played for them.
Hey, man, I love it. Western New York, man, is standing on top right now, and this could be the year that they get over that Super Bowl loss, that drought, and hopefully they can win a Super Bowl this year.
Hey, I'll be rooting for them. I'm always rooting for you. I appreciate you, and I love you, brother. We're going to do it again soon, my friend.
Thank you, Johnny.
That is Russell Copeland, always great friend of the show and just a great person for Memphis. We got to come back in 2 shakes, but I did want to remind the people out there that own a business right now, you want to help it grow, you want to help it mature, you want to help your bottom line. It's very simple. Call 662-416-5262. 662-416-5262. You call Blake Jones today, you're going to start saving money tomorrow. He's your local Mid-South Advanced Merchant Service representative. He works with your business. It's risk-free to you. It absolutely doesn't cost you any money. And again, you can grow your business all the way up to 3.9%. Back in 2 shakes to close it out. We got to put our bets in. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hi, folks. Matt Burkham for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. Thinking about buying a new or used car or truck? Remember, the selection's better and the savings are bigger at Sunrise. Over 600 new cars and trucks to choose from. Factory rebates up to $2,000 and interest rates low as 0%. Bad credit? It's okay. At Sunrise, we've got a financing plan for everybody. SunriseMemphis.com. We're saving you money. It's just the way of doing business. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville. We make it fun to buy a car again. Check out the all-new Sunrise Truck Corral. Huge selection of nothing but trucks. All makes, all models, all prices, all trucks, all the time. Next to Sunrise Wolf Chase.
To a lot of people, Bell Tavern is the only real bar in downtown Memphis. Bell Tavern isn't going to suddenly turn into a nightclub at 9 p.m. Bell Tavern is going to stay what it is and has always been, a bar. The lighting is low and the spirits are high. Bell Tavern isn't the kind of place that attracts people that shout when they've had a few drinks. It's quiet. The servers and bartenders care, and it's unlikely tourists are going to stumble into the place. Just walk through 117 Prime and into Memphis's only real downtown bar, Bell Tavern.
Okay, I've got to put in a plug for Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I got myself a pair of cozy sweats for under $18. Found my sister the cutest boots for Christmas, just $29.99. And with the 50% off kitchen and dining essentials, I'm all set to host for the holidays. Not to mention, I got 80% off clearance finds and earned Kohl's cash. So yeah, get to Kohl's and thank me later. Select styles ends October 23rd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Looking for a cigar lounge to call your own? One that offers a laid-back environment with a full bar, comfortable seats to kick back in and enjoy a beer or a cocktail, and a cigar? Then G-Spot, Memphis's premier cigar lounge, is just for you. Offered a wide selection of cigars, and it's open 7 days a week, starting at 12 noon for your smoking pleasure. G-Spot Cigar Lounge is now offering a limited number of memberships that provide a locker and a humidor credit. For more information, call the G-Spot Cigar Lounge, 901-801-4276.
I have this one little saying, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Big thanks to Russell Copeland. Big thanks to Dustin Starr. And the fact that Jay Morgan's back in the hizzy. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so stoked. Just talking during the break about Jay. Jay's sitting courtside tonight.
Close to it.
And I'm sitting in a suite.
That's sweet.
We're such pimps, aren't we? You want to pimp things out? Tip the Grizzlies season off with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. New customers get $150 in free bets. It's guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just use the promo code HAPPY when you sign up. It's really that simple. Plus, all customers get 3 months of NBA League Pass when you make a $5 bet on the NBA, courtesy of FanDuel. Then you can watch all the action as you bet on everything from the money line to the point spreads to the totals. Man, best of all, you can get your winnings paid so fast, it's not even funny. It's basically instantly. Don't miss your chance to get $150 in free bets, plus 3 months of NBA League Pass with the promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more with FanDuel. It is the official sportsbook partner of the Grizzlies. 21, by the way. Have to be 21 and present in Tennessee. New customers, first online real money wager only. Only a $10 deposit is required. Bonuses issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Existing customers, $5 wager requirement. Limit one pass per customer across both offers. Restrictions do apply. Void where prohibited. See the terms for both offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. NBA League Pass. Local blackout restrictions apply. Get out there, make the world a better place. Go Grizzlies. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.